Salvete omnes. This is Abbey Latin Liber Primus, chapter 7. This lesson is on morphology, adverbs. Once again, the 8 parts of speech. They are the noun, the pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction, and interjection. In Latin, the nomen, pronomen, adjectivum, verbum, adverbium, praepositio, conjunctio, and interjectio. In today's lesson, we will be focusing on the adverbium, the adverb, the ad towards the verbium, the word, the verb, so towards the verb. Adverbs, they mostly modify verbs, but they can also modify adjectives and other adverbs. So adverbs modify verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs. And here are examples of each one. So an adverb modifies a verb, like she works carefully. The subject she, the verb works, and then the adverb carefully modifies the verb works, tells how she works, in what way or in what manner does she work. She works carefully. So you can see the adjective careful, and we've added the ly to make it carefully. Adverbs typically end in ly in English, modifying the verb works, telling us how she works. Adverbs may also modify adjectives, like in the sentence, she is a very careful student. The subject is she. We have a linking verb is. We are linking the subject she to the predicate nominative student, student being a noun. Very careful. Careful is the adjective modifying the noun student. Very is an adverb modifying the adjective careful because it's telling us how careful she is. Just as in the first sentence, she works carefully, the adverb carefully told us how she works, in what manner or way she works. Here, she is a very careful student. The very is showing us the degree. How careful is she? She is very careful, most careful. Those are adverbs modifying an adjective. And adverbs may finally modify another adverb, like she acted more carefully today, where we have the subject she, the verb acted. How did she act? She acted carefully. This is an adverb, carefully. Well, more, like very in sentence 2, this tells us the degree to which she acted. She acted more carefully. Whereas in sentence 2, the adverb very modified the adjective careful. More adverb, this is modifying another adverb, carefully. And then also, as a bonus, today is also an adverb. Adverbs answer questions like when things happen, where things happen, why things happen, and how things happen. Notice the happen, that's a verb. All those things have to do with verbs, which is why adverbs are called, wait for it, adverbs. They go with verbs. They answer questions that go with verbs. When, where, why, and how. So, when did she act? Answer, yesterday. That's an adverb. Today, that's also an adverb. Tomorrow, an adverb. Now, always. All of these are adverbs, answering the question asked by an adverb. When did she act? Where did she act? This is an adverb. Where? Where did she act? There. That's an adverb. Nowhere. Another adverb. Somewhere, anywhere. Those are all adverbs. Why did she act? So that she might win. This is an adverb clause. This is a clause. What makes this a clause as opposed to the rest of these are just adverbs by themselves. They don't actually have verbs. This, it's a whole clause. It's got a subject and it's got a verb. So by itself, it kind of is like a sentence, but it's not. So that she might win. We're introduced by, this is an adverbial clause because it answers the question, why? Why did she act? So that. This is a purpose clause. And then how did she act? Answered by an adverb, carefully, in the manner of being careful. Many English adverbs are formed from adjectives, and we add ly to the adjective. So we took careful, like a careful girl, careful being an adjective, and we added ly, making carefully. And we don't say she carefully, because careful is the adjective modifying the noun. Adverbs modify verbs. So she acted carefully. She works carefully. Latin. Adverbs pretty much work the same. Only in Latin, you don't add ly to make the adverb from the adjective. You take an adjective of the first and second declension, as those are the only adjectives you currently know, and you take the base, the stem of the adjective, and then add an e. It's a long e too. There's macron over the e. So take the adjective like latus a meaning wide or broad. You wanted to say widely or broadly, making the adverb forms of those adjectives, wide and broad. You take the stem of the Latin adjective, so latus, the stem is lat, and then you'll add the long e, latte, latte. So the adverb latte, widely, broadly. This also works for the ra, rum guys. So miser, misera, miserum. Once again, you find the stem by chopping off either the a or the The stem is miser, add a, misere, wretchedly, poorly, unfortunately, the adverb forms of wretched, poor, and unfortunate. And then we have poker, pokra, pokrum. So the stem, like miser, is found by chopping off either the a or the So we get poker, poker, add the a to get pokre, pokre. Not just beautiful, the adjective beautiful, but beautifully, nobly, finely. Another adverb, optime, very well done, excellent. You are now ready to move on to exercise A, practicing forming adverbs in English and in Latin. Volete omnes.